Before he was the highest paid actor in the world. Before the tequila, the blockbusters, and the 4 a.m. workouts. Before millions of fans and hundreds of millions in the bank, Dwayne The Rock Johnson was just a broke kid watching his life fall apart. No home, no football career, no backup plan. What came next wasn't luck. It was grit, sacrifice, and hustle on another level. His rise wasn't smooth. It was built from rejection, public failure, and a refusal to stay down. This is the full, unfiltered story of how Dwayne Johnson muscled his way from rock bottom to global domination. Born into wrestling, but broke anyway. Born in 1972 to a legendary wrestling family, you'd think Johnson had a head start. His father, Rocky Johnson, was one of WWE's first black champions. His grandfather, High Chief Peter Mafia, was a Samoan wrestling icon. But fame doesn't always equal wealth. The family constantly moved to chase gigs. When wrestling dried up, so did the money. By age 14, Dwayne watched as his mother got evicted in Hawaii. Football dreams and a brutal reality check. In high school, Johnson threw himself into football. His escape, his identity, his shot. He was big, fast, and determined. That earned him a full scholarship to the University of Miami, one of the top programs in the country. He shared a locker room with future NFL legends, but injuries kept him benched. And when it was time for the pros, he didn't get the call. He signed with the CFL's Calgary Stampeders and was cut within months. No NFL, no paycheck. He flew home with $7 to his name, a crushed ego, and nothing but uncertainty ahead. $7 bucks, and a new mindset. That rock-bottom moment in 1995, broke, directionless, and ashamed, was the turning point. Johnson was living in his parents' small apartment, sleeping on a mattress on the floor, spiraling into depression. But instead of staying stuck, he pivoted. He made a decision. I'm going to make something of myself. He named that moment, and his future production company, $7. It was more than a company name. It was a vow to outwork, outlearn, and outlast anyone who doubted him. That moment of failure became the seed of everything he built afterward. Wrestling saved his life, but nearly ruined his career. With football gone, Johnson turned to his family's roots, professional wrestling. He debuted in WWE as Rocky Maivia, a smiling, baby-faced character fans immediately rejected. Crowds booed. Chants of "Die Rocky Die" filled arenas. It was humiliating. But Johnson took that heat and used it. He rebranded himself as The Rock, a sharp-toned, arrogant heel with unmatched charisma. The mic was his weapon. Catchphrases, swagger, and wild storytelling made him a fan favorite. By the late 90s, he was the face of wrestling. He didn't just get over. He turned rejection into a rocket launch. Hollywood laughed. Then came the Scorpion King. Transitioning from wrestling to film wasn't smooth. Hollywood had seen muscle-bound wrestlers try acting and flop. Johnson was typecast as an action gimmick. But in The Mummy Returns, 2001, his brief role turned heads. That led to the Scorpion King, which earned him $5.5 million, a record for a first-time lead. But he wasn't satisfied with muscle roles. He studied acting. He learned the business. He built relationships. Slowly, he evolved from novelty to leading man. His mission was clear. Don't be a cameo, become a brand. That shift changed everything. Reinventing himself. Family films, franchise fuel. Instead of staying in the action lane, Johnson took bold risks. He did family comedies like The Tooth Fairy and The Game Plan, roles that made some fans scratch their heads, but brought in new audiences. He built mass appeal across age groups, genders, and cultures. Then he struck gold, Fast 5. His entrance as Luke Hobbs breathed new life into the Fast and Furious franchise. Then came Jumanji, Moana, and more. He wasn't just acting. He was anchoring billion-dollar properties. The guy who started as a gimmick was now Hollywood's franchise insurance policy. The hardest worker in the room. Success didn't make him soft. Johnson's work ethic only got fiercer. He wakes up at 4 a.m. to train, shoots multiple films a year, runs businesses, produces content, tours. He brings gym discipline to everything. Film sets, business meetings, brand deals. That drive comes from football drills, wrestling workouts, and the humiliation of being broke. He leads by example. His mantra? Be the hardest worker in the room. And he lives it. Success never made him slow down. It made him double down. Building the brand, from tequila to tech. Johnson is no longer just a star. He's a business empire. In 2020, he launched Terramana Tequila, now one of the top-selling celebrity spirit brands in the world. He co-founded ZOA Energy, a clean energy drink brand. With 7 Bucks Productions, he produces films, documentaries, and series, controlling his image and message. He's invested in sports, fitness tech, and health, and he's strategic. Every brand aligns with who he is and what he stands for. Discipline, grit, joy, strength. The Rock doesn't just endorse. He owns, builds, and scales. Social media mastery. With 400+ million followers across platforms, Johnson is a digital powerhouse. He's not just posting. He's running a 24/7 media brand. Behind-the-scenes clips, workout vids, motivation, fan shoutouts. Every post builds trust and moves product. His social channels are launch pads for movies, brand rollouts, and campaigns. Fans don't just follow him, they believe him. He's relatable, honest, funny, strategic. He knows how to drive emotion, attention, and revenue, all in one feed. In the influencer economy, Johnson isn't just in the conversation. He's setting the tone. Pain to power. His mental health journey. Behind the strength is a man who's been through dark seasons. Johnson has opened up about his battles with depression, after injuries, career loss, and personal heartbreak. He uses those experiences to talk openly about mental health, especially for men and athletes. He doesn't shy away from vulnerability. In fact, he shares it with intention, to make others feel less alone. For someone known for physical toughness, his emotional transparency makes him even stronger. He turned private battles into public healing and showed that real strength is honest, not silent. Giving back, the people's champ for real. Johnson gives back constantly, publicly and privately. He funds scholarships, surprises struggling fans, supports disaster victims, and donates to children's hospitals. His Project Rockline, with Under Armour, supports veterans and youth sports. He's constantly paying it forward, often without fanfare. When he sees someone hustling, he helps. His generosity isn't PR, it's personal. The kid who watched his family lose everything knows what that pain feels like, and does everything he can to keep others from going through it. Dwayne gives not just because he can, but because he remembers. The legacy, from rock bottom to cultural icon. Dwayne Johnson's legacy isn't just about money or movies, it's about momentum. From being evicted to becoming a symbol of work ethic and humility, he shows what's possible with resilience. He didn't just climb the ladder, he rebuilt it so others could follow. Actor, businessman, producer, philanthropist, motivator. He became a new blueprint for success, one built on pain, passion, and persistence. The Rock isn't just a brand, he's a global force powered by pure will, and his story is still being written. One early morning, one lifted weight, one leap at a time. Dwayne Johnson didn't just rise. He scraped, clawed, and built his way up from failure to fortune. And through it all, he stayed grounded, grateful, generous, and hungry. His success isn't about fame. It's about how you handle setbacks, how you show up when no one's watching, and how you use pain as fuel. If his story fired you up, tag someone chasing greatness, and remember, it's not where you start, it's what you do with it.